Hello everyone, my name is Pranav Amidi. In my first project, Family Traditions, I focused on how I would spend my Sunday afternoons listening to Money Talk with my father, and how those days helped me create a bond with my father that has significantly altered who I am today. For this personal profile project, I decided to interview my father, and just the way you've learned about me in my previous project, I thought it would be only fitting for you to learn about my father and his background and how he feels about those Sunday afternoons we spent listening to the radio together. And now, without any further ado, I'd like to present to you my father.
My name is Murthy Mamdi. I'm currently working as a software engineer in Games Storage Company. We specialize in, particularly the audio division specializes in data restoration appliances. We cater to enterprise needs of data disaster recovery and data retrieval. We have our own custom built file system, and I work in the storage and data management layer of the appliance. So our appliances are very widely used in the entire industry, particularly because of Teams reputation, product quality, reputation. I studied most of my education in India. While in India, I did my bachelor's as well as master's while I was in India. And I did my bachelor's in electronics engineering, and then I pursued my master's in industrial engineering. So I specialized in computer science in master's. I was all along interested in pursuing a career in computer science, though not particularly sure when I started out running up in data storage. Initially, I worked on data processing related environment, but eventually, for the last 15 years, I had been working in data storage related areas. I grew up, I spent quite a bit of my life while I was in India, and I in fact worked in India for about 10 years before migrating to US. And there I worked on quite a varied environment. And we are a family, we are a middle income family, we are a family of doctors, most of them, and my mother's side was quite well educated. My father, though not very well educated, was very supportive of our educational aspirations. We are a family of two, brother and me, myself. My brother pursued medicine and I pursued engineering. And though I lost my father very early in my life, my mother was very supportive of our education, and she actually helped us mature to realize our own educational goals. So initially, for about 10 years, I worked in India, particularly because of my mom's ill health. I stayed back and didn't leave India. But subsequently, after her death, I happened to leave India. My brother stayed back, and he's still pursuing his medical profession in his own way. Towards the end of about 10 years into my career, and I had an opportunity to work with IBM, and they started a division in India those days first time. And as a part of their work, they deputed me to work in Boca Raton, Florida for about 3 years. So I worked for 3 years in Florida. Subsequently, I had an opportunity to move to California. In the past 15 years or so, I had been living in California, and have worked in a number of companies and variety of areas. I married my wife about to leave the country because part of my village. So right after my marriage, me and her moved on. Though I worked in Florida, I used to do contracts to India. So my son was born in India, so he spent very little time while he was there. Whereas my daughter was born in my son is 17, 18 years old, whereas my daughter is a high school junior, 15, 16 years. And that's pretty, my wife of course takes care of the family, so we are an average family financially. But we value education and our social circles, value our family values very much, and closely family. engineering. So I thought someone got branded as an engineer, whereas my brother, they used to call him a doctor. So this happened very early on in our life, some years old. And since then on, these aspirations got stuck in our heads. And somehow magically, when I grew up, I ended up becoming an engineer. My brother ended up pursuing his medical profession. And with my mother's help and my father's support, I think we realized our goals and we did very well academically. And throughout our career, because of our financial situation or whatever, we depended on our own scholarships and moral support from my family. We fulfilled our academic goals and we are fairly accomplished in our own career family. In terms of my current profession, right after my master's, I had a lot of fun because the variety of multifaceted education I received. But the computer science process is a lot of rewards as well as satisfaction. And quite a few jobs are in the computer science profession in the metropolis that I worked on. So I chose computer science, gradually matured, rather specialized into data storage. And as I mentioned, for the past 15-20 years, I've been in the data storage outside academic. So comparing myself as I go, I would say I'm fairly satisfied both personally, academically, as well as socially and family-wise too. We have a fairly matured relationship among us, and I think I'm fairly satisfied individuals. My son used to refer to, particularly knows a lot about, he used to see me plan our own financial future. So in one of those we used to listen to some financial talks while I was driving. Those talks used to shape my financial interest as well as how people plan their own financial future. And I learned a lot of tips about those mitigations from various unions. One of them is the money talk. So we have I would say with Pranav, the kind of relationship I want to maintain is based on trust, and I trust him, and I hope he'll do well in his education and he works hard. And he realized that education is of paramount importance